My bad.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to Cooking with Fee, where we go from the closing table to the kitchen table / the kitchen island. Welcome back to episode 7. Glad you're still here. Today we have, I'm going to go and say my favorite guest. I'm just going to go ahead and say it, okay? He came all the way from California / Mexico, okay, to be here with us and make this delicious dish. So come on in here. My Uncle Boo Bear. So he's a bit tall, as you see. I didn't get none of these jeans, which I find very disrespectful, because Mom clowns me about how short I am all the time. But he took all of them. So what am I supposed to do? So what are we making today?
Pan Dulce.
We are making Pan Dulce. What is that?
A sweetbread. A Mexican sweetbread.
It's a Mexican sweetbread. We're digging down to his roots today. Okay? His roots today for the Mexican sweetbread. So let's get started. I'm so excited. Do a little jig. Do a little jig. Do a little jig. Okay, let's get started. Our first instructions are to take a bowl. We don't have a stand mixer. We have the handheld mixer, so that's what we're going to do. If you have a stand mixer, go on and use that. And we're going to add 3 teaspoons, I think, or tablespoons. I don't know. 3 tablespoons of warm water, and then we're going to add in our little rapid rise yeast. So Uncle Boo Bear, you can open that. I'm going to grab 3 tablespoons of warm water. Barely any water in there, but okay. And then we're going to add a whole pack of the active dry yeast. So just put it in there. What? A spoon. And I think it says mix it up. Yeah. Add water, pour active, and mix into water. Allow to stand until foamy. Yeah. Have you ever made this before?
No.
Okay, so first time for everything. So we pray this is good. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so my first question for you is, how did you get into real estate, like as an investor or even owning your own real estate property?
Well, my uncle owns some apartments that used to live in Tustin, and I just wanted to be like him, and he taught me, and I bought my first property when I was 19 years old.
Oh, that's so cool. Awesome. Okay, period. So Uncle planted the seed. Did you help him with his apartment?
Yes, I used to cut the grass, help fix leaks, clean up.
Was this all free labor, or was he paying?
Of course, free labor.
Of course,
you get a 20
labor.
here and there, but
maybe
mostly free labor.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this is supposed to be thick, but allow to stand until foamy. It's not giving foamy. But again, we're gonna be the ones eating it, so it don't matter.
It's made with love, so it's amazing.
Exactly. Here, we're gonna set this aside, and now we're going to mix all of our other wet ingredients in, because that needs to sit for 5 to 7 minutes. Mm-hmm. So we're going to put all of the rest of our wet ingredients into this bowl. We're going to pour our vegetable oil. Instead of vegetable oil, we have avocado oil. Open that up for me. And we need, how much vegetable oil? 1 tablespoon. Oh, that's why, because I definitely put 3 teaspoons of let me fix this. It makes a lot more sense. I am not a professional. Told y'all that multiple times. My bad.
Looks better.
It does look better. Now we're gonna let it sit when you do it the correct way, and we're gonna add the rest of ours. So 1 tablespoon. Yes. Okay. So when you bought your first property, was it a property for you, or was this like investment kind of?
A little of both. Mm-hmm. I bought a foreclosure property.
Cool.
And I rehabbed it, totally redone it. Lived there for about a year, and I rented it out and moved on to my next property like a few years later.
Awesome. So, those that don't know these vocabulary words, okay? So, foreclosure means someone didn't pay their bills, okay? Someone didn't pay their bills. The loan people, the bank said, go on and run it back. And they sold it because they always want their money. So, that's what a foreclosure is. And then rehab is he went in there, took an ugly property and made it beautiful. Just to, you know, put out them vocab words real quick. The milk. He needs some milk. 3/4 cup. 1/4 cup. So do this 3 times. All the little Hispanic grandmas looking at us cringing right now.
What are they doing?
We are so sorry. So vanilla, how much we add? 2 teaspoons. Okay. 2 teaspoons. Now, what is your favorite part about real estate, would you say? Or like owning properties?
I think once you've established yourself with the properties and when they're free and clear from the bank,
Period.
the benefits are amazing
Okay, awesome.
of the income.
Period. Would you say real estate is as passive as some people would think?
Yes and no. Because when you have tenants that don't like to pay their rent, they don't become passive anymore. It becomes a headache.
It does.
But when you have good tenants and everything is running smooth, it's a really good investment. And it's a really good income.
Awesome. 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm sorry, it's real ghetto. Our nice salt, we've used all of it. Hold up. I'll really salt 2 teaspoons. Yeah, okay. Gonna do another one of these over the sink again. Is it exact? No, because I didn't want to struggle with the salt anymore. It's about 2 teaspoons, and then we're gonna do that. Ground cinnamon. Take the top off of this.
Makes it a little easier.
Yeah. Now we're gonna add our eggs. And you take your eggs out of the refrigerator before you make these because it said there should be room temperature, so they shouldn't be cold. These are still a little cold, but they're not as cold as they were. So I think we're in the clear. We're gonna take, it's kind of getting foamy a little bit.
There we go.
We're gonna mix this together. Here we go. And just mix that together for me.
Oh, wow, you put me to work.
Yeah. All
It's
right.
like some of that Uncle Joe free labor.
No, but for real. So what would you say to someone that's, trying to get into real estate, is kind of worried about it? Some good advice from someone that has, had multiple properties and dealt with all types of people.
Do your homework. Doing your homework is very important because there's a lot of scams. And there's so many people that's smarter than you, so you think you know what you're doing and you don't.
Yeah.
Never be afraid to ask for advice.
Period. Never be afraid to ask for advice. I do think a lot of people, at least my generation, thinks we know it all. So,
Yeah, you do.
yeah, we definitely think we know it all. So asking for help is not something that we tend to do at all. So I would agree, ask for help. Because I've botched so many things just by not asking, which do it right the first time. Ask as many questions as you need to.
That was a good 7 minutes.
I didn't put a timer on. I feel like it is though. So, gonna go off emotions here, which is probably not what the recipe intended. We're gonna mix this in, and then we're gonna add all of our wet ingredients in to the yeast that was sitting there for a little bit. And now, the website did say if you don't have a hand mixer, you can do all of this by hand. It's gonna get a little messy, but we have one of these, so. And then plug that up. My bad. Do this the right way now. And of course the outlet don't want to work. We used this outlet before. It's okay. We'll come back here. Again, when it comes to recipes, they're loose instructions, in my opinion. And we forgot the butter. supposed to be melted butter in that. Half cup. That is a lot of butter. Butter in there. Maybe mix that a little bit. Mix it. And then we are going to be adding our flour. Next, pour flour in all at once and run the machine for about 5 minutes at medium speed until the dough is soft and smooth. 4 cups, okay. All-purpose flour. So 4 cups, yeah. That, yeah, it scared me when I put it in there that I read it wrong. 4 cups, all-purpose sugar. That is 3. That's 3, right?
That's 3.
Okay. This is the last cup. 4. All right, that's a lot of flour. And now we're gonna run it under over there. So you're gonna whisk it vroom vroom for medium 5 minutes. That's what the recipe says.
It's supposed to look like that?
I don't know. You the one that's eaten this before. So this is where we're at now. We think we're gonna need some more water.
Yes.
We're gonna fill 1/3 cup up with milk and add it as we go because it's supposed to be like dough, soft and smooth. So we may not use all of it. We may, I don't know. Just praying this comes out right. There was. I can show you. I promise I can show you. It said 4 cups. So we're mixing it by hand. And, well, Uncle Pooh Bear's mixing it by hand. Should we add some more?
Yes.
We're going to keep adding milk. So we did put the whole 1/3 cup. Now we're adding another. I am bootleg Martha Stewart, okay? If you did not know that, now you know. Okay. Period. I think you should be okay. It looks pretty good.
Yes.
It's coming together. Uncle Pooh Bear is here salvaging this recipe. Did we add sugar? No, we did not. Yes, we were supposed to add our sugar already. We're gonna add our sugar now. Okay, so 1/3 cup of sugar. Add that in there. Should have added that in there way
Before.
But again, bootleg Martha Stewart here. Okay, cool. So while he does that, I'm gonna get the ingredients for the next part, which I don't know how to say these words. So bear with me. I was supposed to get food coloring, but see what happened was the other recipe didn't say I needed food coloring. But then the other recipe didn't have exact measurements. It was a horrible recipe. So I switched it when I got home. And then this recipe said you should get some food coloring, but it was too late. So it's okay. One is gonna be brown because we do have cacao powder. The other is just gonna be bright skinned, okay? I feel like this is as good as we gonna get because I'm not putting no more flour in it. Now the next ingredient or the next step for your dough is you're gonna stick a towel on it and you're gonna let it sit for like an hour. So while that sits, we're gonna make the other stuff. I'm gonna grab a paper towel and put it over it. Set this to the side. We're going to vanilla extract 2 tablespoons of this. So we just need these 2.
Okay.
1/2 cup of butter. 1/3 cup of sugar. Remembered it this time.
That's a lot of flour.
1 cup of flour. And then,
the vanilla.
yes, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Teaspoon of vanilla. There we go. And then 2 tablespoons of the cacao powder. 1, 2, okay. Alright, cool beans. Now we're going to mix this up together. We're going to use the same one. This looks proportionate.
Yes.
This looks real proportionate. Okay, so of course it's not looking too proportionate. They're setting us up. They don't want us to succeed. We're gonna add 1 tablespoon of milk and see what that does. Okay. Nothing. It did absolutely nothing. If it doesn't look like it's supposed to look, just add more liquids. That's what we're doing at this point. So we talk about the Lord on here quite a lot. So our topic today is, I don't remember the exact, like where you find it in the Bible. You'll find it. It'll be up here somewhere. The exact scripture, but obedience is better than sacrifice. Now, in layman's terms, it means it's better to do it right the first way, to do it when someone tells you to do something, when the Lord tells you to do something, then to obey, then have to sacrifice later. So the reason why I think today's topic should be that is, again, like I said earlier, my generation doesn't really take instructions very well. Uncle Pooh Bear is here. He knows I'm still with my parents, my lovely, doubly parents that pay all my bills. I'm very happy for that, okay? You can judge me all you want, but I ain't got no rent. So I remember...
You got a room for me? You got a room for me?
We sure do. I don't know if I can invite people because I don't pay the bills here. But if it's up to me, you can stay as long as you want. So, again, I don't pay the bills here. I don't make that executive decision. I really wanted a car. This was before Mom got her car. So my mom got her dream car, but this was before that. And we just had the Range Rover, and then my sister had a car at the time, a different one than she has now. And my car, I had a bug, was kaput. Like, it broke down like cartoon level on the freeway. It was horrible. So I was out of the car, and I really wanted, I was like, no, I want this car, and I want to do it this way. And Mom and Dad were like, that's not really smart. You should do it this way. It's being wise and giving me wisdom. Now, I didn't go out. I will say I'm not that child. Okay, I did not go out and just go buy some car, even though I did not want to hear that. I just stopped talking about it, and then I bring it up like 2 months later, and we'd have the same conversation, and they would tell me the same thing. But in that moment, me being obedient turned out to, my mom got an upgraded car, and they gave me the Range Rover. My parents passing down a luxury car to me to teach me how to maintain it was a blessing. And I ain't got no car payment because that baby is paid off. So obedience is way better than, trying to figure out on your own. And the reason why I think this is a great topic for my Uncle Pooh Bear is I know you've probably given advice to people all the time where they don't really take it and then you just watch them sacrifice. But what would you say to someone that kind of struggles with listening to wisdom and is always on the, I'm a sacrifice instead of obey?
They're going to find out the hard way. But I think listening to wisdom in someone that's older than you, when you're going left and they tell you to go right, they have lived life.
Yeah.
So they know what's behind that left. Mm-hmm. So listen. As my father used to always tell us, chew up the meat and spit out the bones. Mm-hmm. So take something from it, leave it, but just listen. Because that older person have lived, so they can tell you where the bumps in the roads are, where the cracks are. Mm-hmm. So I just think, listen, but being young, we're so hard-headed. And don't want to listen. We think we know it all.
The hard head makes a soft behind.
Yep.
That is a saying I'm sure everybody, at least in the Black household, knows. Okay? Because, again, have you ever gotten some advice where, you ended up sacrificing instead of just being obedient? Or do you feel like, now my mama, 100, is she technically your niece?
Yes.
Yes. So my mama, his niece, one of the most obedient people I know. She hears wisdom and just takes it.
Yes.
She without impulse. Now this could be something that just runs in blood. So do you think you have that same trait?
Oh, yes. Kia, she's my niece, but she's like my sister. My mom and grandfather raised her. So we're very close in that way. And my father was 25 years older than my mother. Mm-hmm. So our uncles and our aunties were so much older than us. So we grew up around wisdom and they came from the Jim Crow South. So it's like, we know better. Listen to us. We know going down this road is wrong. So won't you listen to us and do it right the first time? You'll have an easier life.
Right.
So I think that's why when someone tells us something and we look at them like, That sounds right. That's wisdom. You know, they have lived. We're still living. We're so young. So I think we got that from our parents.
Okay, period. Again, I'm getting there. Okay, it took me a second to realize. Okay, my parents love me and have no ill intentions. Okay, why kids for some reason think? Well, hey, I don't know what type of parents you got. Everybody got different parents. My parents love me to death and want to see me prosper and grow. It definitely took me a while to stop bucking against the system.
Yes.
I always used to compare myself to other 21-year-olds, but then I realized I don't want what y'all got. Y'all got bills. Y'all got bills that make you stress out and do all types of stuff to pay them bills. I ain't got none of them. I be chilling here, and obedience has showed so many times that it's better than sacrificing in the long run. Because literally me living under my parents' roof and just listening to the wisdom they give led me to Mexico with my Blue Air, okay, living it up for my 21st birthday. It was a blast, and if I had done what I thought I wanted to as a little kid, which I'm not sure if you had these thoughts, but I was like, oh, I'm going to run away into the forest and build a tree house. I'm 22 next month. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. As long as they will house me, I will be right up in here cleaning and cooking. What do you need me to do? So for sure, obedience is better than sacrifice. Listen to the people that are older than you. I love when you talk. I love when you're giving wisdom, because just listening is so inspiring. And then on top of that, he doesn't even just do real estate. You're currently a truck driver too.
Correct.
So multiple streams, baby.
Yes.
Multiple streams. His passive, not so passive real estate, and then driving. There's just so much wisdom in this tall person here. Okay. So what we're gonna do? This looks questionable a little bit. It looks a little questionable, but it's fine. And we're going to let this sit for an hour, just like we did the other one. You technically can cut this in half and have two different colors. Again, I didn't get another color, so it's just going to be brown. So
brown stick around.
Period. Brown stick around. So we're gonna just let this sit for an hour, and then we'll be back when the dough rises and finish cooking this. Okay, so it's been about an hour. Yeah, we just washed our hands. Now we're gonna it's risen a lot. There you go. It's risen quite a bit. This one looks the same a little bit, but that's okay. So we're going to pour some flour on the table, just so it doesn't stick to the counters. All right, spread this around. And then we're gonna take little balls of this, and then like this. Okay. Go ahead. Put some flour on our hands so it doesn't stick. Here we go. And we got little balls. All right, so while we get all of these ready and prepared, get yourself a pan, preheat your oven to 350. Also, if you have parchment paper, again, if you enjoy doing dishes, good for you. I do not. I'm wrapping my pan in parchment paper so I don't have to really clean it after. All right, so we're gonna keep rolling these bad boys up. I'm patting them, rolling pat into little balls. We're going to take that and pull, But this one, we're going to flatten and roll out. So you're going to like flatten it in your hand. It said roll it out, but again, me and recipe directions, I feel like they're suggestions. And then
Mine looks like a heart.
It does. And then you're going to stick it on top.
Oh.
Alrighty, so the oven is officially at 350. We're going to stick our first 5 in there. I don't think they'll touch.
No.
They look pretty good. And now we're going to leave those in there for 18 to 20 minutes. We'll be back to test them, to taste them. I'm excited.
I can't wait.
Me too. Okay, so we took it out the oven. I put a little butter on top of it because it was looking real pale because we might have used a lot of flour. But are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, I already cut this one. Look at that.
Oh my God, it smells delicious.
It does.
What are you doing breaking it?
You don't break it? Or you just bite it?
I'm just biting on it.
Okay. Well, I already broke it. All right.
You
Cheers.
ready?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The taste.
Here. Thank you,
Where
guys.
did you learn how to cook this at? Can you come home with me?
I will. I will. Don't play.
You
I told y'all he lived in
say
Mexico.
here rent free? Honey, you can stay rent free with me if you can cook like this.
Period.
Oh my god. This is the best Pan Dulce I had in a long time.
I feel like these are lies. Okay, so he's lying. He didn't want to hurt my feelings, but we give. First of all, I wasn't the only one that made it.
I mean, that's what uncles do. That's what uncles do.
Okay.
It is good, but you need more sugar.
It needs more cinnamon.
But it's good. I eat it.
It don't compare to no Mexican.
No.
No,
To
it's okay. Hail to the no.
hell to the no.
We did good with the texture though. It's
We
bread.
did.
It's
Look,
bread for sure. Ooh,
for your first time, it's good.
yeah, it's bread.
But you need more sugar.
Way more sugar.
You need more cinnamon.
I love how you talking to me like he
You need
didn't
more
help.
butter. Honey, you just gave me the ingredients and told me what.
And I will say, but for me, I think the recipe really did us dirty. The recipe was really giving sabotage. He's still eating it.
It's
not
good.
bad. It doesn't taste horrible. It just don't taste like nothing.
It's not authentic Pan
No.
Dulce. This is black Pan Dulce. For first time.
Yeah.
But I will eat it. But you know what?
It don't
so
even
good.
look like it.
It's good, and it may be bland bread to you, but it was made with love.
Ew.
And when it's made with love, honey, it's delicioso.
It was. It was made with lots of love. About to sprinkle some powdered sugar on it. Thank you guys for watching Cooking with Me. Again, I am the bootleg Martha Stewart, so there's going to be some fails. Be back here same day, same time for a different recipe.
1, 2, 3.